Alright. So this is your fault, Dark. It's your fault that I'm delving back into this hole. You and Raukau technically, although Raukau doesn't watch, so I can't blame him. I just watch Raukau. Alright, so this is Lunar Magic. This is how people who make Super Mario World hacks make it. The only reason I fail any justification at all... Test. What's going on with my mic? There we go. Okay, I found it. So I don't need this on. Don't need this on probably for a long time because I don't know what the next time Shin's gonna be here is. Testing. What's the audio sound like? I can't tell. Hello, Xander. Okay, everything sounds like it's at decent volume. Alright. Okay. So, I have two programs open. I have YYCHR, which is Map 16 Tile Editor. It's a pixel graphic editor, specifically set up to work with NES and SNES sprites. And I have Lunar Magic. Lunar Magic is the thing most people design games in for Super Mario World. I have some other stuff. I am not particularly adroit in using any of them. Pretty much the only things I use are these two. And then occasionally I will include blocks using Block Tool and the like. So if I were to open, I don't really need to say this. I just was testing some keys. Oh, just a second. Let me eject my external before something happens to it. Okay, eject. Alright, it's been ejected. So, to use Lunar Magic, it's pretty simple. Possibly one of the most convenient editors I've ever seen for game design. I find it even more convenient than, say, RPG Maker. Because RPG Maker, you still have to know a lot of stuff for. To tinker around with Lunar Magic, you need Super Mario World, which means you need to go to jail for a couple years and then come back, get a new computer, get it again, that kind of stuff. And then, other than that, you pretty much just screw around with the program until you do something you're proud of, or you do something that everybody hates you for. And I apparently did the latter because most of the people in the community either don't care about me or don't like me. Well, let's go to H201 and see what this ROM looks like. Alright, so page down. Let's see if I can find the levels I made for this. I have no idea where they are in this program. It's been so long since I've messed with it. Is this? Okay, 107. So once upon a time, I had a decent number of friends in two different places. I had a decent number of friends in Raukau's Talk House, and then I don't exactly know why, but most people don't like me there anymore. I'm sure I did something stupid, who knows. And on Super Mario World Central, I designed a hack, which was specifically... Where is my... Let me see here. H201, do I have another file in here somewhere? I have no idea. Let's get a patch list. Maybe. Where's all my stuff? Oh no, somewhere I have a whole bunch of stuff already made. That I made long ago. That I did with Block Tool and I did with that kind of stuff. I might need to repatch something using lips and... Oh, okay. So, I'm totally unfocused because I wasn't expecting to do this today. But there were some people who I talked to recently, and I saw the vanilla level design contest and realized that I'm still a miserable piece of crap and can't do anything good. So I figured I'd just screw around and see what I could do, but now I can't find my stuff that has all my pre-entered data. Did I delete the base ROM when I did all that? I have no idea. Somewhere along the line, I have worked on some different things. I made a hack, and the creators of the site, the mods, thought it got, like, way too much praise for what it was. Mostly because I'm decent at marketing and I shared it with a lot of people and had them respond to it. But, either way, I got on the they either don't care about me or don't like me side of everybody at Super Mario World Central. Mostly the nobody cared, but there were a few people who just didn't like me. And I made this hack that for a while was a featured hack and had all kinds of kudos and praise and yay, look at that, and there were a couple errors in it and whatever. Raukau played it, Goron 50 played it, Ninja Boy played it, and Telesfor played it. I never got Molotov to play it. I tried to get him to play it, but he didn't ever respond to my messages. So, it was basically a kind of primer for people who'd never done anything in Lunar Magic before. So, let me open one that I know doesn't have anything weird going with it. Let me see, actually. 105, somewhere where I know where it is. Sprites and blocks. All object. Map 16. Does this have any extra map 16 sheets besides the first 2 pages? No, it does not appear to. Where are my files? Somewhere I have a whole bunch of stuff sorry made. I have no idea where it went. I am not amazing at this. I am slightly decent, I suppose. If I keep exiting all the way out, I'm never going to get anything done. Exit Steam Super Mario World. Here we go. Did I insert? I have no idea. Somewhere I have one that already has some of the blocks that I used a lot inserted, so I don't have to re-tinker with everything. Basically, there's a whole other program that you have to use for that. Let me find... Where is... this? Okay, so now you guys can see. Block tool. The way block tool works... This is probably an ancient version of block tool. They probably don't even use block tool anymore, from all I know. There were a couple other alternates being made at one point. This is block tool. What happens is, you go in... Oh, it doesn't show you the menus. Great. File, open. You open your ROM. Oh, is that the one? Unhandled exception, quit. Great. Okay, so I don't remember how to use it. It's been a long time. It's been a really long time, so I don't remember much of the stuff. Hey, is this the full thing? Is this the final version that I made? If so, that'll make everything easy, because I know what's in that. Audacity. I'm in the wrong spot again. Steam. External. Super Mario World. I keep backing way too far up. 2, 12, 17. Let's open this and see what this has. If it has everything, I don't even need to tinker with and relearn Block Tool, because it's been a long time. And with how little anyone's going to care, I'm not really going to waste that much time. Okay, so does this have any of the custom blocks in it? Yes! Okay, good. This has... Good. This has lots of stuff to work with already. So, this one, the one that I'm using now, we're going to apparently... Let's see what happens if I extract here. Extract graphics, extract graphics. Okay, so it does extract them here. That'll make it easy. I can just demonstrate for you the way that things work. Okay, so in this one, this is the one that I made. I don't know what levels are in this and what aren't. 16C. It's way too far. Okay, so I at least have the final levels in this. It looks like. Oh, wow, this might be the whole hack. Yeah. It sure looks like it. Let me look at the overworld. The overworld will tell me what version this is. Maybe. Wait, can I zoom in? Oh, that's a great addition, because now you guys can actually see without having to look at that teeny tiny screen. Alright, I'm going to zoom it to 200% so you're not getting blocked off by the other two things on the bottom. So I haven't used this new version, as you can tell. This is fairly foreign to me in that way. What's this look like? Yeah, okay, you can't see the... I should probably put this up somewhere for now. So... You go into the editor and it'll look like this, page down. Let me go to a level that I did so I know kind of... Oh, whoa! That is me practicing X animation. So, what you don't see on the screen is... Wow, I'm going to have a billion window captures when I'm done with this. Window capture for... So it just won't let me show the other windows? There's another window up. Well, crap. Hi, Dark. Crap. How am I gonna do this? You cannot see all of Lunar Magic with this, apparently, because I tried to do a display capture, and display capture isn't showing the whole screen. It's just refusing to display capture. I had problems with this before, and I don't remember how to fix it. Window capture 4. What's this? I don't know what the... Whoa! That's that one, okay. Not settings. There are sub-windows here that it's not showing you. Alright, so since I can't show you this other thing, because for some reason I can't get it to do it, I'm gonna take a screenshot and show you what it looks like. And now I don't want to restart the system. Run, paint. On my screen, I also have this right here. And that's the tile tool. Some people use it a lot, others use it like none at all. There are a lot of people who just use the standard tiles when you're just first learning, especially. But over time, you're going to learn to use the map 16 just object window that I have there with the map 16 pages. Because if you have custom map 16, which as you saw on there, it says page 3, in the original game, there's only pages 0 and 1 in the game. There's no other sections that are used, and it has a very limited number of things that you can do, really. This is your fault because this is Super Mario World on my PC, and I told you I wasn't going to do this a dozen times, but you kept saying it, and so here it is. The only reason I made a justification for me doing this is because of the fact that Super Mario World is a game I do own a physical copy of. But anyway, so there are some things you don't see here. This is what a sub-level looks like. A sub-level can be up to 32 screens long. And to view screens, you gotta go up into the menus up here and view screen exit. Okay, so this you can see all the different screens. Within a screen, there are 2 sub-screens, which I don't think this will let you see both at the same time. It's very important that you keep in mind where these are, because things like the dragon coin here, it's not even showing. Oh, because I'm okay. So I don't need this anymore. Go away. Go away. I don't need you. Okay. Just go. Okay. So the dragon coin here. If this dragon coin were right here, it would not work correctly in the game, because if a dragon coin is on this sub-screen boundary here, the dragon coin will split in half, and half will be here, and half will be on the next sub-screen on the bottom. Or is it the previous? I don't remember. It'll be split in half, and it won't function correctly in the game. So you have to be careful where things are placed, and it's things that you don't really know until you've made some really silly mistakes. But it's stuff you learn over time. No, I don't want to say it because I'm not really doing anything. The other thing is, the main reason that things move from left to right in almost every Super Mario World level is because otherwise you have to generate the start location of where you're going to start from the beginning. I mean, you have to anticipate how far to the side you're going. Another way you can do that is to make the level and then set the starting point, which works just fine as well. Which is why nowadays you'll see a lot of levels that go in directions other than straight up or straight to the right. I get a lot of flack for mine because I make very easy levels, because I, as I've said before, am not a gamer, and so I do not make super complicated levels. They're mostly very linear and mostly very showy, stylized graphics, more than anything else. I made some levels that had kind of different gimmicks. This is the one that used the most complicated thing, which was these little black tiles here. Do I have F4 set up? A window capture. So this is what the game ends up looking like at the end, is this. Yeah, I noticed that finally. Hey, I have every right to scare you. Alright, so this is what it is. T-Ray goes from my nickname for me, Deus Reynard. It's just the Yoshi house, I just recolored it. But then I get into the actual kind of design aspect stuff. I don't remember how the controls are defaulted, so I'm gonna probably die on a really easy level. I put all these little tips, which you can do from the dialog box editor. Apparently, okay, so it's shift and okay. Alright, I know what I'm doing now. As long as sticky keys isn't a thing, which I don't remember if it is or not. Alright, so what's my other? Okay. Oh, crap. God. Anyway, so I made this, and I had to make it super simple because I had to test it on my own, and I'm not very good at video games, as you can see. That was perfect timing on that. But yeah, so as a consequence, I mostly ended up giving advice on how to design things because I saw the things that bothered me and the things that it seemed like a lot of people liked in games. That was very good video gamesing. I did the best. I won. I did the most successful. Anyway, so as you can see, it's fairly plain, fairly generic. Basic Super Mario World game hack. Good. I'm glad I did that. I don't remember my rewind button, or I would just scum my way through. Somewhere I have the completed version with all the exits already done. I don't know what I did with it. I forgot how long Mario's runtime takes to get going. Anyway, the biggest complaint that was a thing when I first started designing stuff was the idea of floating munchers. Wow, I am just doing terrible. What is my rewind? Because I am not very good at this on I'm not very good at this anymore. Key combinations, no. GUI options, no. Miscellaneous. Game keys, here we go. Rewind is Q. Because I just want to get through this and demonstrate stuff somewhere other than the first level. Oh, are you kidding me? I'm not the best at video games, and I was not prepared for this, so I have almost no mental preparation to be playing Super Mario World. But yeah, so let me see if I can finish the first level of a very easy ROM hack real quick without looking like a complete moron. I mean, all things considered, I probably should look like a complete moron, since it kind of goes with the territory of me. But, I was going a more aesthetic and not a more gameplay approach with this, which is why a lot of people say it's a pretty terrible hack. Because the majority of the information has a lot to do with aesthetics and a lot less to do with gameplay, which is a completely legitimate criticism to levy against this because, well, it does have some nice. Have fun over there, guy. Good. This was actually the level that more or less inspired the design, because I was trying to make levels for Super Mario ASMT, a Super Mario thing for Raukow's Talk House, and I came up with another idea after I finished my first one that had this big sprawling tree made out of the landmass design. And so a couple of things that are in this is red coins are 2 coins like in Super Mario 64 and the like. Dead! I don't know why I'm carrying this shell around, but I am. But, and likewise, the blue coins are worth 5 coins. There are some custom tiles in this. There's one right here. This is not in the original game. I had to find a thing to do that. I think I used the duck through block, and then in block tool, instead of using just air, which is what you normally use for a standard block, is either air or solid, I used a vine instead, so that way you could climb once you passed it. It's either that or it is a vine block special combination thing. I don't remember whether there was one specifically for that or not. Either way, that is one of the more complete designs. The first one was just kind of an intro to look at this jerk who thinks he knows stuff and he really doesn't kind of game. And then after that I kind of got into ones that are more aesthetic styled. So the things I really like doing in games are tinkering with palettes and tinkering with the tile set, which is what I hope to do here, is mostly just show off how you do stuff with the palettes and tile set. But I'm giving you kind of a primer of what the heck this even is, and I just about dove into there again. There is one glitchy tile right there. I was going to try and show it off, but that didn't work very well. Good, I threw that shell right through the wall. That's great. If you jump into this corner just right, you can get inside of the platform. I tried to fix it, it didn't work. But there are different things you have to consider when you're designing levels. Some of the things you have to consider is like, when you respawn here where the starting place was, the thing started down here below. So instead of just making that there, I just made it so you have to hop out, and then you have that. There's other ways you can do it, which would just be a generic straight line platform, or whatever. But I had more an interest, like I said, in trying to make these look really pretty. That was my kind of MO of this whole game, was to make things look really pretty. I did one kind of cheat in designing these, in that I designed it with the inability to get a cape before the quote-unquote end game, which is kind of a misnomer, because there's a whole bunch of stuff after the end game in there. So Charging Chuck is amazing because when he dies he shakes his head a whole lot, and I think that's funny. I designed it without the ability to get a cape before that point, because that way it means that automatically all those levels, no one even has to worry about anything that's going to be off screen. Here's a generic forest level of genericness. This is getting into more of the map 16 things, because normally these two tile sets don't work together that I have. In here I have the standard forest tile set and the regular land tile set, which are two completely different tile sets. You have space, at least back when I was making levels, you had space for, what would it have been? 1, 2, 3, 4. You could have 4 tile sets. 2 were sprites and 2 were sprites and 2 were blocks. And then you could add an extra 2 block tile sets of your own. Sorry, as the title suggests, I'm boring when I'm on my own because I can't focus on 2 things at once. I'm horrible at it, and it makes me disinteresting because I can't pay attention to what I'm doing at all. That's why I tried to originally have the chat on the screen, but then Lunar Magic is really, really big, so I had to, whoa, I see you down there. I didn't forget about you. I mean, I did, but I didn't. So that way I could see you guys talking more, but it got knocked back off screen again because of the size of the window. So now I'm going to have to panic and think that I'm missing everything you guys are saying constantly, because I don't always remember to focus on the left side of me where the laptop is with the chat visibility. So, this is the first quote-unquote world. This is one of the few things that I did right, was that I had everything going and the thing transfers from screen to screen decently. The titles of the levels are all advice. Good. Did I seriously miss that? That's annoying. I forgot what I was talking about again. I'm not Raquel, that's for sure. I knew that was there too. So, Monty Mole and Key are annoying to try and repalette because of the fact that both of them, Monty Moles and Keys, use the same palette as Mario. And if you edit them, it screws up Mario's graphics and makes just his face a different color. The rest will stay the same. There's still some glitchy tiles there that have temporary cutoff. No, remember where I made the floor? Okay. Oh, I made floor all over the place. I'm not a blind jump kind of guy, so that doesn't surprise me. This, though, is the game that I made, where for a little while I thought I was pretty cool, and then I found out that apparently I'm just a miserable piece of junk like everybody else. This one was made specifically for Raukau. I thought it would have a mixture of aesthetic things that he liked, and Bubble Man is one of his favorite songs, so I included that as well. Power-ups. Oh yeah, this whole room is just so I could have these guys, because if you have layer 3 in the same area as the foreground or background things, which is also on layer 3, it will delete them. So I did that, so that way the fish wouldn't freeze. They still do freeze, but not nearly as badly, because when you exit the level, it also will lock it. You'll see them kind of swimming and then just like warp into a specific position, the fish. But yeah, so, and this did have the success that I was hoping for. Raukau liked it, which is the biggest thing that mattered to me. SNN, I believe, is the one who thought that I came across like a pretentious jerk who knew a lot more than he actually knew, which may be true, I don't know. Regardless, over time I found myself basically unwelcome in Super Mario World Central, so I left. That was around the same time that I took on A2MT, which turned into one of the bigger mistakes of my life, because it ended up being a complete flop, and that's part of why Talkhouse doesn't like me anymore. It's because I started this project, was all eager and excited, and then when response was really slow, I got frustrated and bored and left, and moved it on to someone else, and around that time was when people stopped working on it altogether. And the result was that the project was basically abandoned 3/4 of the way through, and then it was so ambitious by the end that it ended up falling through because there was too much ASM gimmick. ASM is assembly code, which is what the game is written in, and as a consequence,